at South High School where the Red Wings are getting ready to take on Green Bay Preble in homecoming game 2004. This isn't just any ordinary homecoming game, however. We have two undefeated teams, both state ranked, playing for the conference lead. Hello everybody, my name is Mike Martin and joining me is the coach, Chris Wright. Chris, we've been pretty fortunate. We got to cover the South Notre Dame game and now this game for first place.
Yeah, we have. South got a pretty good draw this year on their schedule. You know, every year you wonder about their schedule and how many games you have on the road, how many games you have at home. Well, they got the advantage this year. They got 4 games. They got all the big ones at home, and of course they had to travel to Sheboygan North for the other game. So really the schedule played into for them, and again, because of that, they get Green Bay Preble at home.
Now, one of the things that was mentioned in the papers, Preble is undefeated, but they don't have a real great offense. They've played a lot of close games. Does that play into tonight's game?
Well, I think something about Green Bay Preble is they did return about 20 of their 22 starters from a year ago, and they were pretty bad last year. They only won 1 conference game. But one thing about them is they are pretty fast, and one thing that we've noticed this year, Sheboygan South is really fast, and no team's really been able to stay up with them. If there's one team in the conference that may be able to run with South, it might be Preble.
Now, they do play good defense, and they are fast. Does that mean that South won't be able to run the ball, or are they going to have to pass more tonight?
I think they're going to just keep feeding Eric Donovan, Will Hartman, Billman, and then, of course, Stubbe on his option. I think they're going to still try to pound it. I don't think Preble's quite as big as South up front, but they match up a little bit okay, but I still think that the key of the game is running the ball.
Now, you know, we talk about South maybe having to throw it a little bit more. You don't think they'll have to. What about Green Bay Preble? Because they like to run the ball mostly and not throw it too much.
Yeah, and Coach Prochnow is really good. A couple years ago, he was in the Final Four, and he likes to do a lot. You're going to see a lot of wing tee, a lot of tight formations in here, so you're going to see them try to run the ball on South. Early in the year, South struggled against the run, but as I've said all year, Marty, I've really thought that South each week has really improved, and, I mean, they are really peaking at the right time.
Well, one of the things that happened last week, too, at West, they came out kind of dead, but once they got their sea legs, there was no stopping them.
Yeah, they played very well in the second half. I believe it's 20-12 at the half, and they turned it around to make it, I think, 56-12 or something like that. Put a West team that's not up to the quality of South, but, you know, to get an early lead today, and again, turnovers is probably a key today, too. I asked you earlier if the field was kind of dry, if that's going to kind of do anything, because it did rain earlier today, but looks like it's pretty dry out there, so that should make, you know, pretty even. For as far as speed is concerned, too.
We're going to step out, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the kickoffs for tonight's game, so stay tuned.
Can I take your order, please?
Yeah. Hi, could I get a number 2 with a lemonade, please?
Could you make that a number 5 and make it a chocolate shake?
Number 5 with a chocolate shake.
What are you doing?
I'm ordering for you.
No, actually, I'd like a number 2
with a chocolate shake.
with a lemonade, actually. Sir, could you please stop that?
I just wanted to order a number 5 with a chocolate shake.
I'd really like you
All
to
right,
stop
lady.
That. I'd like you to stop it.
No.
About a year ago, Mark and I thought, air pollution, global warming. How can we make a difference? So Mark modified our car, some sort of homemade energy source.
The best part is the car emits only helium. Genius.
But the EPA says the energy we use in our home can cause twice the greenhouse gases of a car. So now I look for products that are in the Energy Star. Simple.
The EPA invites you to go to EnergyStar.gov to discover what you can do to reduce air pollution.
I love the challenge of computers. Not that I have much time with these little guys and my job, but when my wife went back to school, I thought, why can't I? Certain things in life demand my attention, but a new career in computer science deserves my attention. An evening class at Lakeland doesn't tie my life in knots, thanks to a flexible, easy-to-manage schedule that allows me to balance work, school, and the twins. Evening classes that meet once a week, that's the easy part.
We're back at South High School. Let's give you the starting lineup for Green Bay Preble. Their offensive lineup, they'll be starting number 8, Brent Heim at quarterback. Number 22, Adam Enderby. Number 22, Adam Enderby at halfback. He's ranked 3rd in the conference in rushing, averaging 5.9 per carry. At a blocking back, number 42 is Dave Van Lieshout. At fullback is number 44, Kyle Schofield. At center is Justin Reamer, number 55. The guards are Ben Young, number 63, and Kyle Hireman, number 71. The tackles are Brandon Nicholas, 61, and Jonathan Herger, number 73. Nick Herman, number 87, is a wideout, and number 89, Justin Harsh, is their tight end. Sheboygan South will be kicking off. Alex Eggert is back deep along with Adam Enderby, and getting ready to kick off for the Red Wings is Mr. Automatic, Brent Vreeke. We'll give you the defensive lineup for South once the kickoff takes place.
We have an outstanding crowd here tonight, Marty. The place is full, and that's just wonderful to see here in Sheboygan.
Kick carries down inside the 10, picked up at about the 7 by Enderby. He slips through, he's out over the 30 and is wrestled down near the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Preble. Defensive lineup for South is number 2, Steve Chang. He's a senior linebacker. Number 6, Ben Miller, a senior defensive back. Andy Shane is a senior defensive back also. Will Hartman, linebacker, is a senior. Jonathan Valdez, number 22, is an end. Matt Pfister, defensive back, number 30. Pass back to Enderby, he gets through the line of scrimmage. He's hit and dropped at about the 44, pardon me. Enderby on the carry.
But just when I said that probably run some wing T, they come up in a straight eye.
That's all right.
With a little slot back there, and that's one thing Coach Prochnow does change and uses his players to the best of their ability. He always seems to change things, very much like Coach Kolstad at Green Bay East. Does whatever he can with the weapons he has.
2nd down and 6. Inside handoff to the fullback. He's through the line of scrimmage down to the 40, down to the 30, and wrestled down inside the 25-yard line. Great play by Kyle Schofield. They ran a fake inside reverse. They gave it to the first back through, which was the fullback. Big gainer.
You got that right, and there was twice now. You're seeing a little bit of speed of Preble, which probably something in the Conference South has not seen. A few weeks ago, of course, saw Andrew Long from Green Bay Notre Dame, but really, there's a couple kids over at North, but nothing is going to be as quick probably for South as these Green Bay Preble players.
Let's run through the rest of that defensive lineup. Ben Hendricks, number 34, is a linebacker, as is number 42, David George. And then Gavin Majorly's in the line on defense. He's number 52. Peter Bittner, 77, and Jacob Pfeiffer are in the line also. Toss back to Enderby. He's hit and wrestled down at about the 21-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards on the play. Enderby is not a big guy, but he's very quick.
Yes, that, and he comes into the conference 481 yards. As you said before, Marty, about 6 yards a carry. He's got 8 touchdowns on this season.
Second down and 8. Schofield, the up back. And off to Enderby off of left tackle, and dragging tacklers down near the 15-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down.
Well, some good holes created so far by the Preble offensive line.
Ball spotted right on the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Everything on the ground for Preble. Big gainer was Schofield's 42-yard run. He's the up back. Made a good shot by Brian Andrews. Handoff off tackle, and Enderby barely got to the line of scrimmage, if that. He stopped for no gain, maybe a loss of a half a yard.
So there you see a picture of the nice crowd. We should see a lot of that today. Just like that, decision time already early in the ball game, Marty. We have a 4th and 1 situation. Time for Coach Prochnow to make a choice and a decision.
It's going to be 4th down and about 2. The ball is back to the 16-yard line. And they're going for it. And they got a wide out to the right. Blocking back in motion. Enderby trying to cut it back. He's very close. I think he's got the first down, Chris. Down inside the 15 to about the 13.
Yeah, where he fell down, I think he's pretty close, Marty. Oop, I don't know.
Well, they moved it back to the 14-yard line. This is going to be quite close. You've kind of begged off on these, Chris. What do you think? First down or not?
We haven't had too many this year.
No.
Especially when we watch South, they always got them. I'm going to say...
Better hurry up.
Short, because I'm a homer.
Well, they're stretching the chain. Got a great shot there from Brian Andrews, and they just got it by the nose of the football. Enderby didn't get a very favorable spot, you're right, but he did get enough for the first down. It's going to be first down and 10. Ball spotted. We'll call it the 14-yard line.
Well, they've run left a couple times, Marty. Let's see if that's something they're going to set a trend for. If that's maybe, again, could be their best blocking assignments over on that side.
Well, Enderby's carried the ball 5 out of 6 times in the last 4. Back in motion is Hoon, pardon me. Right up the middle is Schofield. He doesn't get much. Down to about the 12. See where they spot it. Second down and 8. Again, Heim is the quarterback, number 8. Enderby is the deep back. Schofield is the up back.
See if they run outside here, Marty. They've been kind of setting them up.
Owen in motion, pump fake, and he's got his receiver. Makes the catch, and he's going to be down right near the 5-yard line. Quick pass to Nick Herman. A pickup of about 7 yards, well, actually over 7 yards on that play, Chris, but it's going to make it third down and 1. Ball spotted on the 5-yard line.
See if they run behind Herger and Young on the left side here.
They like that left side, you're right. They give it to Schofield, he's
right
first through and he's stacked up. He gets away, and they're going to call him down. Whistles blew, and I don't think he got the first down.
No, he did not, Marty.
Going to spot him just inside the 5. We'll call it a no gain.
In comes Paul Philwell, big number 75, number 77. Peter Bittner put some big horses up in the front line. And once again, instead of trying to get some points, it looks like they're going to...
Dave Van Lieshout, number 42, comes in. When I asked Coach what position he plays, he said, oh, he's like a power back, and there you see him in that blocking position. Pitch back to Enderby.
No
he's
way.
Hit right at, then he fumbles. Preble comes up with it, but it doesn't matter. It was 4th down, and they didn't get the first down. Good defensive stand by the Red Wings.
And there you see the crowd. There's Larry Donovan. Good support for the defense there. And I'll tell you what, Marty, I was just wondering if they were going to do that the time before, go outside. They had sold that inside so much that maybe caught South off guard, but they didn't. They reacted very well in a big stop. And a little bit surprised, Marty, they didn't just take 3 points playing on the road.
Well, we don't know what kind of kicker they have either.
Well, that's just like an extra point. And they're just on the 5.
Well, Donovan is the deep back. Billman is the up back. Stubbe, of course, is at quarterback. Got Wilson in motion.
3-4 defense, Marty.
Give it off to Donovan. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be driven back. A good defensive play made in the middle by Mike Safford, number 59, pardon me. Donovan on a no gain, makes it 2nd down and 10. I'll tell you, it looked like there was a little bit of an opening, but it closed awfully quick.
Yeah, you got that right.
You know, quickness on defense is almost more valuable than quickness on offense.
I'd just like to be quick once.
Donovan again, he's through the line of scrimmage. He slips one tackle and he's hit and dropped at about the 14-yard line. He was just that far from breaking a big gainer.
Well, as you know, he's injured earlier this year, missed a game, and you could just see him getting better and better every week too. He's up to 626 yards, 2nd in the league in the rushing category. But you could see those quick feet that we are used to Eric Donovan the last couple of years.
3rd and 1. Donovan again on the carry. He's through the line of scrimmage, slips a tackler, and he rips out over the 20-yard line before he's tackled by Steve Van Wright. Van Wright hanging on for dear life.
Well, both teams really coming out with a lot of hop in their step, and there you can see Eric Donovan doesn't want to be denied tonight.
Another 9-yard gain for Eric. You see that big offensive line. Wilson, number 19, is wide to the right, and Shane wide left. Stubbe straight drop.
Good safe
Fires
pass.
it out to Shane. He makes the catch, spins off a tackler, and then he's hit and dropped outside the 35-yard line near the 40. Well, that looked like it was just over the hands of a defensive player.
Yeah, the old 10-yard button hook there. Just ran 10 yards out, turn around, nice safe pass to start the ball game for Tim Stubbe.
Call it the 37-yard line, pick up a 14 yards.
Preble comes in the league 3rd in the league in defense. South 2nd, so these are the best teams, no question, Marty.
Wilson in motion. Stubbe under center. Gives it to the inside man, Billman, and he's tackled out at the 45-yard line. Good push by the offensive line. And Billman picks up a quick 7 yards, 6 or 7. Give him 6 yards on the pickup. But again, you know, making that inside presence is very important. Billman, the first back through. No, it was over to Donovan.
No, Stubbe kept it on the option.
Stubbe. They had me fooled, coach.
Well, very impressive opening drive for Sheboygan South. Starting inside their 5-yard line or so, or starting at the 5. And
well, they're inside Preble territory now at the 48. And Stubbe on the carry.
Unfortunately, we only have 4 minutes left in the first quarter. This game just humming along. This is one of the things you've been waiting all week for, and it's moving, unfortunately, moving right along.
Oh, when you run the ball, that's what happens.
Yeah.
It trips out here to the left. Donovan, a lone setback. Hand off to him around left end. Gets by one tackler, hanging on for dear life and making the stop. Was number 44, Kyle Schofield.
You don't see Jake Billman run outside the tackles very often, but he
Billman, pardon me.
Yeah, but he did a nice job. And here's the man in on offense, Will Hartman.
Billman with a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down.
Hartman and Donovan now in your backfield, Marty.
Donovan is the deep back, Hartman the up back. Handoff, got a good block from Hartman. Donovan getting down, he breaks through tackles. He's down to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Sheboygan South. Let's see a replay of that, Scott. That's number 13 on the touchdown number for Donovan, but I'll tell you, number 20, Will Hartman, got a block in the backfield that sprung him, and Donovan made a good cutback.
Well, we keep saying that Will Hartman is the man, but I'll tell you what, he's got a great heart.
There's 20, boom, he buried that guy.
And it takes a lot of heart to make a block like that, and Eric Donovan is just on a mission tonight. Good job, and a nice 95-yard drive for the Red Wings after a great defensive stand on the other end. Mr. Automatic.
Ricky, his kick is up and good. And at 3:02 of the first quarter, Sheboygan South leads it 7-0.
Isn't a boring ad about Wisconsin's dairy industry. It's an ad about your kids' new shoes. Dairying generates $20 billion for Wisconsin. Part of that $20 billion helps pay for your kids' schools. Part of that $20 billion is invested in other businesses. Businesses like the shoe store down the street. Or maybe your business. So look for Wisconsin's dairy products. and support Wisconsin's dairy business. America's Dairyland is your land.
We're back at South High School where the Red Wings just went 95 yards in 8 plays. The big one being the 43-yard touchdown run by Eric Donovan, and great blocking up front, not just by Hartman. He was the one that you really could see because it was out in the open, but great line blocking up front, and then a very nice cutback by him.
What a deflation. First, Preble's down to the 5. They don't get any points. And then South just rams it right down your throats for a 95-yard drive and takes the lead.
Right through the legs of that receiver, and I think that's going to be a touchback. Yes, it is. Brent Freaky on a nice kickoff, and Preble will take it. 1st and 10 at the 20. And they did a good job of running the ball the first time. South was able to stand up to the drive, but got to give Preble credit.
Yeah, well, we'll see what how the hop and the step of the Green Bay Preble team is here after that initial drive where they ended up with no points.
You know, sometimes when you're not used to playing against that kind of speed, it takes you a time or two to get used to playing that way. There you see Dave Pfeiffer talking to the offense. Handoff inside to Enderby, and he takes it out near the 25-yard line.
David George there on the play. It's number 42, 6'3" senior. Part of that linebacking crew, which I would consider the best in the conference, but I'm biased.
2nd down for Preble and 6, and I always state that what really makes a team a championship team is when they have a solid defense, and South certainly has that. Inside handoff to Enderby. He tries to get around the end, but he's not going to get away from the man.
No, he's not. Will Hartman there. David George on the initial hit, and there's the other linebacker there, Will Hartman, to gobble him up.
A loss of 3 on the play. That's 8 carries already for Adam Enderby.
It's Tim Stubbe talking to Coach Renzelman. Renzelman, of course, the special teams coach as well.
3rd and 9. I'm going back, looking on the screen pass, and he's going to have to throw it away, and a good decision. South had it read all the way. Steve Chang was over there along with number 72, Kyle Berlin, and they smell that out right away.
Yeah, again, good defensive coaching job there by Coach Hine and the boys, and just like that, Preble is punting.
Be 4th down and 9. Back deep to punt is Luke Hohn, number 10. Is that right? Good snap. Kick is away. I think that was Sean Last, number 16. And South lets it go. And they'll get possession in pretty good field position at their own 42-yard line. .37-yard punt by Last.
First time with the ball, South sprinkled it around. A lot of up the middle running, little
left and right. It's Teller and Wilson wideouts.
See what they come out with here.
I believe it's Billman at fullback. Quick out to Teller. He makes the catch. Gets it out near the 50-yard line. Keeping him honest, Coach.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Danny Teller, 6'3", 175.
We're down to 1:05 and counting. Picked up a 7 yards on the play. Fake handoff to Donovan. Stubbe does a fake, stays on his feet. He fakes again and is ripped out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. A very nice defensive play made by Steve Van Wright, number 31. If Stubbe gets around him, he's going to go for a long gainer.
Yeah, I don't know if he's slipped because it was the rain today, but a little loose footing there. He was trying to go with Travis Wilson on the long pass there, but it wasn't there, and he slipped and tried to make as much positive as he could. It's come down now to a 3rd and 1, Marty.
Yep. Donovan, the deep back, lines are set. Donovan goes in motion. They like to throw the Pfeiffer on this play. Pfeiffer down the middle. You know, he's going deep to Donovan. He makes the catch. He's at the 5, touchdown. You know, I remember that motion from in an earlier game, and Pfeiffer was down the middle, but he chose Donovan on the deep down.
I was watching Pfeiffer on that play after you mentioned it too, but he was triple covered, and they just had Eric Donovan one-on-one there, and you're not going to stay up with Eric Donovan with his speed. Here you'll see the replay. Good check off by Stubbe, looking at Pfeiffer, and then all of a sudden he sees Donovan and throws it down the field, and perfect pass and catch.
Just over the outstretched arms of that defensive back. Not too much he could do. He actually had fairly good coverage. It was a great throw. Breeke's kick is up and good again. And with 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter, South up 14-0.
Hung up about a consumer problem? Like that refrigerator you just bought that's freezing you out. Oh, and telemarketers who won't stop calling.
Have I got a deal for you?
Well, stand up for your rights. Use the power of the internet and the federal government at pueblo.gsa.gov, the free consumer action website. Thousands of links to companies and government agencies with names, numbers, and advice to get your wrongs righted. Remember Pueblo, 'cause you never know.
Back at South High, where South has struck quickly here in the first quarter with 2 touchdowns and long ones. A 43-yard touchdown run by Eric Donovan, and then a 50-yard touchdown pass, Tim Stubbe to Eric Donovan on a great throw and catch. And South up 14-0 and looking good here in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, and typically a South running team and coming out with those 2 big passes. A lot of good stuff coming from the Red Wings.
Another line drive kick. Enderby takes it on about the 11-yard line. And then he's hit and dropped inside or just outside the 20. Check that ball was picked up and run back by Grant Schlater, number 80.
And Jamal Johnson all over him there. Well, Green Bay Preble had the intent to come in here and take the crowd out of it. It didn't work because you had your long drive and you came out empty and put your defense out there and got scored upon. And right away in the first quarter, you're down 2 scores, and all the mo is on the side of the red and white.
Schofield is the up back. Quick out, catch is made, and he gets around the defensive back, but coming over to make the stop was Steve Chang. Making the catch was Roman Trimberger. Well, that wasn't very good defense that time.
No, either Andy Shane tripped or fell or just was out juked there. Heim doesn't have a lot of passes this year, just 23 for 47. So, again, a little bit out of their element here, throwing the ball.
17-yard reception by Trimberger. First down, ball spotted on the 41-yard line. First back through is Schofield, and he hits a stone wall right just inside the line of scrimmage. He's going to have positive yardage, but that's about it. And at the end of 1 quarter of play, Sheboygan South leads it 14-0.
I was a liberal arts major in college.
I didn't speak a second language.
What could I?
What could I offer the Peace Corps?
The answer surprised me. I served in South Africa teaching HIV/AIDS awareness.
Working with my students in Nicaragua was a great experience. We taught each other a lot about our countries and cultures.
This is the Peace Corps today.
Redefine your world. Join the Peace Corps.
Apply now at peacecorps.gov.
No more! Ha! Again! You lose!
She can't throw us another odd number.
0! Nobody win! I like you boys. You got, how do you say, big balls.
Don't gamble with your life. Use a condom. Stop the spread of AIDS.
Pickup of 2 yards on that last play by Preble. Makes it 2nd down and 8. We're just starting second quarter action. There you see Dave Pfeiffer talking to the offense again. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line. Hine drops back, fires a pass complete to Enderby. Hartman chases him down and tackles him just outside the 40-yard line.
Very nice job there by Brent Heim on the play action to sell that. But Enderby kind of just do a little down and out. But good pursuit there by number 20, Will Hartman.
15-yard pickup. Well, Heim is showing a pretty good ability to throw the ball, that's for sure. 1st and 10. Another quick out. And making the stop was Andy Shane, but making the catch was Luke Hohn.
Almost that time.
Yep, good anticipation.
Just so they don't set him up there.
Pick up a 3 yards on that quick pass to the outside.
You don't want to be faked out on the come up and go there, but almost there by Andy Shane.
Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. Just starting second quarter action, South on top 14-0. Van Lieshout in motion, and then we have a flag and whistles, and it's going to be a timeout. So timeout, Green Bay Preble. There you see Coach Pat Prochnow on the coming off the sidelines. I'm going to give a little recognition here, Chris. Jeff Lafine has been a member of the chain gang for 25 years now here at South High School, and I remember playing basketball against Jeff in the City League. He's kind of a big guy, you know, fairly quick, kind of good looking, and here I was a little short, ugly guy, you know, and he used to eat me up in the City League. I'd rather see him on the sidelines. Find the third guy. Here, that's Jeff right there.
Yep, I remember Jeff.
Great hat, Jeff.
I remember playing buckets against him too.
Yeah. Good athlete.
Yep, softball maybe too.
Yeah, as long as he's on the other team, I'd rather see him on a chain gang. But 25 years on a chain gang, man alive. Think we'll make it that long on TV8?
Well, I don't think our
We probably should have been long gone long ago.
I don't think our viewers will want us here.
2nd down and 8. Owen on the fake. A quick pass over the middle and separated from the ball.
Ben Miller.
I think that was Ben Miller, but it was Roman Trimberger who had it in his hands, and then he was hit hard. And that was Brent Heim, pardon me. And Trimberger's, he took a licking.
Well, Ben's kind of hobbling there too, but a nice play action pass there again, but what a delivery there from Ben. And we talked to him in the post game a couple weeks ago, and we asked him, oh, do you like returning kicks or hitting people? He said hitting people.
Right answer. There you get a shot of Ben.
Very nice young man.
Reminds me a little bit of Chad Versey, who played at North a few years ago. He was a big hitter. Pump fake, and then he's going to be hit and dropped by Majorly. A sack. Heim couldn't find his receiver, and there you get a good shot of Gavin Majorly. He made the sack.
Well, unfortunately for Preble, they got to give it back to the South offense. Another defensive stand by the Red Wings.
Loss of 2 on that play is going to make it 4th down and 10.
Well, Miller's back to receive, Marty.
Kick is away, and South is just going to get away from it. Hopefully, and they do get a very friendly bounce. Bounces into the end zone. Sean Last actually doing a good job back there of getting a hold of that slightly errant snap and getting the kick away. Just didn't get a friendly bounce.
Well, we've talked about it, Marty, and they've talked about in the paper. South has something, or a chance to do something that hasn't been done for a long time, a conference championship, 42 years, and in their way is 3 ball games, and this is one of the big ones on their little road.
1st and 10, ball spotted on the 20. Hartman is the lone setback. Donovan in motion. There's the pitch out to Donovan. He's through, gets a good block on the outside, and he gets it out at the 35-yard line. I think that was Ben Miller blocking on the outside as a wide receiver, Chris.
Yeah, he was, and Jacob Pfeiffer with the kick-out block as well. And now look at this, Sheboygan South going into a hurry-up, a new facet to put in for teams to worry about.
Just what I need. I have a hard time keeping track of the yardage the way it is. Hartman still in there at fullback. Donovan in motion the other way. They give it to Hartman up the middle, and he has good yardage, probably 6-7 yards. Quick hitter up the middle. 2nd down, we'll give him 8 yards on the play.
Well, when things are going good, these are the type of wrinkles you can put in. Here's some wing T.
2nd down and 2. Hartman on the inside. I don't think he got the 1st down, but he may have picked up a yard or 2. Well, it wouldn't have been 2 because then it would have been a 1st down. Maybe a yard.
3rd and a foot. Well, they're going to have to call timeout just for the see if they got the 1st, Marty. I think he's going to be a little short, though.
Yep, just short.
You know, I'm wondering if Preble called that or the officials called that, because sometimes, you know,
defense might ask for it just to stop the momentum.
Yeah.
You're right. Third and 1. Inside handoff. Hartman leans forward and he's got the 1st down at the 45-yard line. First and 10 South. Donovan in motion. Fake handoff. Stubbe keeps it. He's through the line of scrimmage, and he's hit and dropped at the 45.
Little option there. And they're up on the line again, Marty. And there's Tim Stubbe's father.
Ball spotted on the 50.
He's probably saying I would have had 6 yards instead of 5, Tim.
Donovan in motion. Fake inside handoff. Stubbe rolling out. He's being chased. Passes away and almost caught. That was a very dangerous throw. A lot of pressure applied by Casey Legois, but Stubbe showing a pretty good arm under duress.
Yeah, I think he got hit and stopped, and regardless, he did take a big hit there on the rollout.
First pass attempt of the quarter for Stubbe. So far, he's in the ball game is 2 for 3 for 21 yards. Inside handoff to Hartman. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Ball is going to be spotted at about the 47-yard line.
Well, it looks like for the first time, South's going to have to punt. Brent Freaky's going to punt.
Yeah, Freaky back there. Anthony Hoytank, I believe, has a broken leg, Chris, and he'll probably be out for the season. The ball takes a fortuitous bounce, but South will have Preble back inside the 25. They'd like to have a little better bounce, but they'll take what they can get.
Yeah, not a great punt there by Brent, but
well, it wasn't an extra point. That's why. we'll call it the 23-yard line. We're at 7:37 remaining in the second quarter. South on top, 14-0. Quick out, and Shane making the stop, making the catch was Grant Schlater.
Well, I think the philosophy there, Marty, is to try to just beat Andy Shane. You know, all they basically have to do is beat one defender. I think they got a big gainer, but Andy Shane's holding his ground there, giving up small chunks of yards, which Coach Hine will accept, as long as they don't give up the big one.
Second down. Wideouts left and right for Preble. Heim fakes a handoff. He's being rushed by Majorly. He gets around him, throws it deep.
Ben Miller.
Ben Miller had a shot at it, but it went right through his arms. He should have made that catch.
Yeah, 98 out of 100 he's going to make that play, and Ben knows it, but good secondary coverage there. Good pressure again by the linebacking crew. We're going to get a roughing the passer call, though, Marty, against South.
Uh-oh, that's not a good thing. Well, Heim showing good quickness, getting around Majorly, and then Majorly hit him, of course, too late, and that's going to be a big penalty. Preble will have a first down. That ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Yikes. 15-yard penalty. First down for Preble. Pitch out to Enderby. Take that back. That was number 42, Dave Van Lieshout.
Hartman on the stop.
The man.
He's just fun to watch.
Yeah, no gain on that play for Van Lieshout. His first carry of the night.
I know I gave some preps to a kid a couple weeks ago from Notre Dame that can kick, but here's one for Will Hartman. Attention, Barry Alvarez.
Really?
Please come and see this kid play.
Second down and 10. Van Lieshout in motion. Heim dropping straight back. Big rush, looking for the screen. And there's some hitting going on out there. The kids are having fun. Almost looked like it could have been a pass interference on the offense, though, because that South defender came up to try and get the interception.
You're right there, Marty. Ball's up in the air, and that guy was trying to pick it off, and he got picked up by a lineman. No, Will Hartman's a special player. He's got good speed, and
only thing he doesn't have is real good size for him. He wouldn't be playing linebacker at Wisconsin.
No, but how about a little safety or something?
Two wide receivers out to the right. Heim under center. Van Lieshout is the deep back, or is the lone setback, I should say.
Here they come.
Hartman, go! The man. They don't do it very often, Chris, but I'll tell you, Chris Heim picks some excellent times to blitz, and they caught him by surprise.
You know, if you're a white jersey, you got to know where number 20 is. He's just fun to watch.
Lost to 7.
And as I said, he's just got a huge heart. I know we call him the man, but the kid has a great heart as well, and he's a great kid. One of the most unselfish kids you'll ever meet, and
Donovan and Miller are back deep. Kick is away by Last. It's going over to Miller. Makes the catch at the 26.
Oh.
And we're going to get an illegal block. And Miller will get tackled. Boy, South could have had it outside the 30-yard line. As it is, they're going to have it inside the, probably inside the 15 or right around there.
Yeah, it was thrown somewhere around Jamal Johnson there, right in front of the official. And that one he didn't get away with.
That one was right in front of him. The guy had a great look at it.
There you see some of the boys. Gavin Majorly.
Big number 75, Paul Fluitt.
Yep, Peter Bittner just sits down. Something I've always really liked is the way Chris Hine gets his defensive group together, and Coach Pfeiffer gets his offensive group together. And
well, that ball's going to be spotted on the 13-yard line, Chris. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 17-yard line, or 18-yard line, we'll call it. Wilson in motion. Stubbe hands it off to Donovan, and he's hit in the backfield. That'll be no gain or possibly a loss of 1. Good defensive pressure put on by Preble. We're at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Again, South on top, 14-0 on the strength of 2 first quarter touchdowns. One a 43-yard touchdown run by Donovan, and then a Stubbe to Donovan 50-yard pass. That was really a great throwing ball. We'll give Donovan no gain on that play. Makes it 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Donovan. He's fighting for yardage. He's I don't think he's going to get up to the 20. Again, Preble making a good stand.
Yes, doing a really good job this time. 2 consecutive.
Andy Lancer in there for South at an end spot.
2 consecutive running plays has gone for little. Yeah, double tights now, Marty, Pfeiffer, and Lancer.
3rd down and 10.
Wilson's your lone receiver.
Inside, no, Stubbe fakes a handoff and keeps it. And he's gonna maybe pick up a yard at best, but Preble playing excellent defense this South possession. Gives Stubbe 1 yard, but Preble playing very good defense.
With 3:30 left, you're gonna have a humongous defensive stand again being called on by Coach Hine and the boys.
Enderby is back deep. Breeke is gets the snap and the kick is away. Good kick, calling for the fair catch is Enderby, and he makes it in South territory. We'll call it the 49-yard line, and Preble, short field.
Yeah, short field is right, and as I just said, need a big stop by Sheboygan South right here. What you'd like to do is go in with a nice 14-0 halftime lead. Green Bay Preble would do nothing more than to put a score on the board and bring some of the momentum back to their side, which they lost in that first quarter. Seesawing back here in the second quarter.
I'm at quarterback. He hands it off to Enderby, tries to cut it back, and does, but for a little yardage, maybe picked up 2. Getting up off the pile was Hendricks and Hartman.
Good time you had Steve Chang out on the corner out there. Some of the...
That was the first carry by Enderby. He had 8 carries in the first quarter.
South High cheerleaders.
Wide receivers left and right for Preble. Heim has been pretty active on throwing the ball. Catch is made. Oh, and nailing him was Hendricks.
I bet you nickel next time Nick Herman runs that little play, he goes outside instead of inside, so he doesn't have to get the big blow there by Ben Hendricks. I think still they're trying to play that they're going to try to just beat that corner one-on-one, but it hasn't worked yet for the big play.
That was a pickup of 5. 3rd down and 4. Fake handoff, Heim drops back, lofts it high and deep. Good coverage by South, but making the grab out there for Preble was number 80, Grant Schlater. Great play by Schlater.
Well, set up again by that play action pass and long pass, and you're right, 2 South defenders back there and in good defensive position.
Yeah, 2:07 remaining, Chris. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 7-yard line. 35-yard play. Wow.
Here you'll see the replay. Just a perfect pitch and catch and good defense. You just couldn't do anything there without basically interfering. Maybe a knockaway here, but...
Well, Hendricks and...
Pfister and Miller.
Pfister and Miller were there. And now Preble calls their second time out of the half. And with the score 14-0 at the 1:52 mark, we'll take a short break and be right back.
Come on, David. Come on, David.
Let's go, David. Come on.
Come on, David, you got the love.
Get as involved in your kids' education as in everything they do, and imagine the success they might find. Stay in touch with the teacher. Visit the school. For more tips, call 1-800-281-1313.
Good, David. Good, David.
Time is 5 out of 8 in the quarter, Chris. For 62 yards. Well, there you see Brian Andrews down on the field. Andy McKillop up on top, taking that shot. Scott Mieloff in the truck, spinning the dials, and I'm Mike Martin along with Chris Wright. Pitch out to Enderby, trying to cut it back. He avoids one tackler, and then he's hit hard.
Pfeiffer?
I think that was Pfeiffer. Got a good lick on him. Pick on someone your own size, Jacob.
Yeah. Second time that Preble has been inside the 10-yard line against South tonight. Earlier, of course, on 4th, and I believe it was a yard. They went for it and fell short.
Ball spotted on the 4-yard line, a pickup of about 3 yards on that play, I think. Enderby again gets it, cuts it back up the middle. He's getting close to the end zone before he's hit and pushed back just short of the end line. Good run by Enderby, and then a good defensive stop.
They're bringing in the meat, bringing in the big boys.
Bringing in number 75, Paul Philwitt. And Peter Bittner was that, 77? Yep. Ball just short of the goal line.
Tick, 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 tick. 44 seconds, Marty.
3rd down and 1. Enderby is the deep back. Handed off to him. He's trying to get to the outside. He will not. Hit and dropped in the backfield by big number 42, David George. Good play.
I think Preble used some earlier timeouts. It's 4th and goal. Do they decide to take points, Marty, or are they going to go for it here?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
They're going to wind it down and use their last timeout, though.
It's
that I'm sure.
Under 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Well, it's at the 4-second mark of the first half, and Preble calls their final timeout. And it'll be, you're right, it'll be interesting to see what they do. You know, had they taken those points in the first possession, and let's just assume they get 3 here, they're really only a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a tie. A good penetration that time by David George.
Yeah,
hit Enderby in the backfield.
South is so fast, just so fast. There's just nothing automatic, that's for sure. Even, you know, when Enderby makes some of those plays, he's hitting and missing some people that are there for the Red Wings. I mean, they just pursue so quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the ball up here. What a crowd, Marty.
Very good band marching across in front of us on the track, getting ready for their halftime performance.
Here we go.
And Preble is going to go for the touchdown.
Play of the half.
They have Van Lieshout and Schofield in the backfield. Enderby is the deep back, and now South calls a timeout, and a good timeout it is.
You're darn right. They wanted to see how they set up there. And kind of with their elephant group in there, double tights. And as you said, that big fullback as well, a big blocking back.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they faked it and then threw a pass, because Heim has been throwing the ball all over the yard this quarter, hitting on 5 of 8, and he's had wide receivers open.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that either, but I have a feeling that South is going to be sending the house, either run gap or blitz.
The one thing about throwing a pass at this end of the field when you're so close to the end zone is that the corners don't have to be back. You know, they can be up on the receiver, put a little more pressure.
Yeah, I was just, you know, in that set though, they're really, it's going to be one-on-one. Well, now they decide to spread them out, Marty.
All right.
New set. And they call timeout again. Good job, Coach Hine.
Steve Chang calling a timeout.
Good job.
3 timeouts in a row. I don't think TV8's ever had that.
Well, I like the fact that you came out with a new set. Now let's do this. Good job again by Coach Hine. Can't take them in with you at halftime, so you might as well use them. So now they can see what they decide to do here. I bet you they blitz.
Yeah, wouldn't.
I still am counting on that, but maybe they'll get a little more safety help out on the corners here. Maybe cover 2.
As long as we have a second, our next ball game will be at Sheboygan Falls. Always a big game in the county when the Plymouth Panthers invade the Sheboygan Falls Falcons in Sheboygan Falls. That's a 7 o'clock game. We haven't been out the Falls, and this will be our first time now this year. We weren't out there all last year.
And Jeff Risto, former Sheboygan South grad, is the athletic director out there.
All right, here we go. Heim under center, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. He's got some room, stops, throws it, and it's blocked and knocked away, and that'll be the half.
Good coverage by the secondary.
Knocking the ball down, I believe, was Jonathan Valdez, number 22.
Look at the hop and the step of the Red Wings.
Wow. Great defensive stop by the Red Wings. They did it in the first quarter, the opening drive of the ball game, and they did it in the closing drive of the first half. There you're going to get a look at it again. Watch number 22, Valdez. He gets out there, here you see him, gets his hands up and knocks it down. Great play, and we're at halftime where Sheboygan South leads it 14-0.
It's what Wisconsin is known for. It touches every corner of our state. The products we are known for, the strength of our economy, the environment, the way we earn our living. Wisconsin is America's dairyland, and its dairy businesses are evolving every day. Where is it now? How important will it be tomorrow? Watch America's Dairyland.
by Mr. Todd Williams. With the time late and a great group dancing, it only makes sense to do that band, to let the band play Midnight Special. On a creative new piece. Sit back and enjoy a Sheboygan South High drum line.
I gotta find my guy though. Gotta be here somewhere on this side. Starting to get late. With the time that the band has left, they would like to send a dedication out to all alumni that have joined us here today, as well as former faculty. As we said, it's starting to get late. Sir Paul Simon's ever popular Late in the Evening. the opportunity to thank Mr. Paul Wagner again for his assistance with writing the drill for this year's show. I would also like to thank the varsity dance team for joining us this evening. And finally,
with nerves of steel, with incomparable courage, with determination and resolve, they go. And wherever and whenever they go, the USO will be there until every brow is soothed and every hand is held, until every battle's won and every song is sung, until everyone comes home.
¿Qué tienen en común un doctor, una madre y un estudiante en la lista de honor? Todos se han recuperado de un problema de salud mental y son parte de nuestras vidas. Los problemas de salud mental son sorprendentemente comunes. Afectan a casi todas las familias, quizá también a la suya. Conozca toda la verdad sobre salud mental. Llame al 1-800-789-2647, porque la salud mental es parte de nuestra vida.
That's a great putt by Jennifer. Raymond really got a hold of that one. A lot of hard work is starting to pay off for Gene.
With programs like First Tee, Special Olympics, Midnight Golf, and the Buddy Program, PGA of America members are dedicated to reaching thousands of individuals in all kinds of communities.
Words can't describe the feeling of winning your first tournament.
Lazy bones, loping through the day.
All over America, we're no longer just sedentary, we're stationary. And that's bad news for your bones, because bones need weight-bearing activity to grow strong and stay strong. So get up, get out, get moving. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Never heard a word I say.
We're back at South High School where we're getting ready to start the second half. Sheboygan South leads it 14-0. Before we get into the statistical aspects of the first half, I want to make an announcement regarding referendum meetings at South and North High Schools. On October 18th from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, there will be a referendum information program held at South High School. And then on October 20th from 6 to 7 o'clock, there will be the same program at North High School. Also currently airing on TV 8 and Educational TV 20 is a referendum information program starring a host of luminaries that can offer a lot of information regarding the upcoming referendum. And we encourage all of you, there you see Brian Andrews, Andy McKillop on that shot. We encourage all of you to get a lot of information before you vote, and there's Andy up on top. And attend one of those meetings and then go out and vote. Let's talk a little bit about the halftime stats, Chris. We talked a little bit about Adam Enderby and being a scat back, and He did get 12 carries in the first half, but only gained 23 yards. South really put the clamps on the running game of Preble. They only had 60 total yards and 19 carries. On the flip side, South in 17 carries had 116 yards. Eric Donoval had 76 of those yards. Passing is where Preble seemed to make their mark in the first half. Brent Heim hit on 7 of 11 passes for 86 yards. His leading receiver was Nick Herman, who had 2 catches for 12 yards. Tim Stubbe was 3 for 4 in the first half, and he hit Danny Teller for 2 of those 3 catches, and then he hit Eric Donoval for the big one, the 50-yard touchdown pass, and Donoval had the 43-yard touchdown run, and that recaps the scoring and some of the statistics. Your take on the first half?
Well, the second quarter seemed like a stalemate. Both teams really couldn't establish anything. The work was done in the first quarter. Preble came out, drove down the field, and Adam Enderby came out with a lot of hop, and Preble looked very good, but the South defense stood him up at the 5-yard line. 2 quick scoring plays by Sheboygan South gave them their 14-0 lead, and basically just one long pass by Preble. Otherwise, all their work was done on very short passes. So I thought the Sheboygan South defense really stepped up, and limited amounts of touches for both sides. A lot of ball controls, especially by Green Bay Preble, keeping it out of the good Sheboygan South offense. I also want to make a note there. Outstanding job by the camera people
at the halftime show.
And it was a very nice show there done by the Sheboygan South dance team and the band.
Excellent program. I really enjoyed the band and their work.
I'll tell you that Brian Andrews, his shots every week get better.
Back deep to receive the kickoff from Sean Last is Eric Donoval and Ben Miller.
First time they're getting a kickoff tonight, Marty. That's a good thing. That means that the other team hasn't scored yet.
Right. You talked about limited possessions in the second quarter. South only had 2 possessions, Chris. Preble had 3. In the first quarter, it was even less. Well, it was about the same. Preble again had 3 possessions and actually came into that first possession of the second quarter as a continuation of that ending possession of the first quarter. And South only had 2 possessions in the first quarter, both of them for scores.
Real quick
quarter, a lot of running, and the passes that they threw were complete and inbounds. You got a shot of Eric Donoval just before, number 23, getting a little antsy. He wants to run this ball back. Short kick.
Pfister, I think.
Picked up by Pfister, and he's going to get it out to about the 30-yard line, I believe it is, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a relatively good field position for the South offense.
Well, there's a case, you know, we had those squib kicks, I think it was in that Notre Dame game, and the kids would just fall on the ball. He would make no attempt to advance it, and here we saw Pfister pick it up and try to run with it. And, not that he got a lot of yards, but at least he didn't lay down. 1st and 10, South, ball on the 31-yard line. Donoval the deep back. We have 3 wide receivers off to the right. Stubbe under center. Handoff off tackle by Donoval. He cuts it back. He breaks loose, and he's got himself a first down out over the 40-yard line.
That's Hartman. Will Hartman.
That was Hartman. You're right.
Another new look there by South. They tried a hurry-up offense for the first time in the first time all year in the first half. Didn't do very well, but nice little wrinkle or something to change up things for teams to prepare for in the future.
Again, 3 wide receivers off to the left this time. Hartman's got it on the outside. He's got room. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, and he's ridden out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Well, he got to the outside in a hurry and picked up big yardage.
Well, Matt Winnie was over there to stop him, but I think Hartman delivered the bigger blow.
23-yard gain by Hartman. He has 34 yards so far. There you see it. Pretty good blocking up front. Wilson got a good block on his defender. Again, Hartman breaks through the line of scrimmage, bounces to the outside. He's got one man to beat, and a good tackle made out there by Green Bay Preble's Matt Winnie, but not before Hartman gains another hefty chunky yardage. 3 plays, 3 first downs. Ball spotted right on the 15-yard line.
Well, they're
another 20-yard gain, Chris.
Well, they're taking the momentum from the defense at the end of the first half, and the offense is showing their stuff here. Trying to put some points on the board.
Hand off to Hartman again. That time, Preble stiffens up the defense. One of the tacklers in there was Casey Legois, pardon me. Hartman picks up 1 yard. I don't know what's happening to that kid. 11, 23, 20, and then 1. Come on. And they call him the man.
And Will comes out. Back to their straight double tight end set. Pfeiffer and Lancer.
Billman is the up back. Donovan the deep back. Wilson in motion. Stubbe hands it off to Donovan. He slips by 1 tackler. He's got an opening up the middle. Leans forward at about the 6-yard line. Ripping away from tacklers. A good run, good cutback by Donovan.
Yeah, he just tore away from that first tackler there, and he saw a big hole, and he got through there, and he thought he was going to get to the end zone, but it just couldn't quite get there. The Preble defense swarmed him there.
7-yard pickup makes it 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted on about the 7-yard line. Billman and Donovan the backs. Pfeiffer is the tight end on the right side. Wilson wide left. Hand off Donovan again, and he hits the hole hard. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Be interesting to see what South would do if it's a 4th down play.
Wow, he didn't get a good spot, Marty, at all. They moved it back. I thought he was right up by that line.
Give him a 1-yard pickup only. It's going to be 4th down and 1, and a decision needs to be made now by the Red Wings. Hartman comes in. They're going to go for it.
I'm going to call it a long one. Hartman and Donovan.
Well, Hartman got a key block on that 43-yard touchdown run by Donovan. Let's see what happens on this play. Hand off to Donovan. Tries to get it off tackle. A good defensive stop made by Preble.
We're going to give it to Preble.
Yep. Getting off the pile is Steve Marcel, number 56.
Well, it's not where the knee goes down, it's where the ball is.
Yeah,
that's another terrible spot.
It's where the ball is when the knee touches, and not a good spot. Well, South loses it on downs, but they still lead it just under 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We're at 8:59, South on top, 14-0 on the strength of 2 Donovan touchdowns in the 1st quarter.
Well, blueprint of the 1st quarter, the Preble did the same thing and stopped South, and then Preble drove South drove all the way down the field, and Preble's going to have to call an early timeout.
But they got the wrong personnel, I believe, in the on the field, and they're going to have to call a timeout. Enderby trotting in. I think they wanted him on the field, and he was not there. You got a good shot of Chris Hine stepping into the South huddle. Let's talk just briefly. I know we got a great game going on here, but I'll tell you that Plymouth Falls game next week should have a huge following from those 2 schools being so close to one another.
And after tonight's games, we'll have a better idea, but so far both teams are undefeated in their conference, and like every year, big rivalry going on. Falls for so long has been kind of the dominant team, but for the last few years, Plymouth has had their number, and that's a very nice outfit out there for Plymouth.
Now, the only bad part is I know our fans will like seeing that game because it is one of the classics of each football season in the county. But somehow we got to get a tape out to Sheboygan Falls so they can watch it in their community too.
That's right.
All right, here we go. It's 1st and 10 for Preble. The ball is spotted on the 6-yard line. South is on top, 14-0. We're in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Enderby, I believe that is. And he's hit and dropped at about the 7. I think that was big number 44, Kyle Schofield, on the carry.
There are people in the county too, getting back to that Falls Plymouth game, there's people in the county that is the one game that they get out to see, every year. And that's how big of a ball game that is. for Sheboygan County.
Actually, that carry was made by Van Lieshout for 2 yards. Himes drops back, rainbows it out. Miller didn't want to have anything to do with the interception. He was looking at the receiver and said, I'm going to level you, and he did a great job of that and caused the incompletion.
You know what they had there, Coach Prochnow and the staff is a little upset. It wasn't on Ben Miller, though, but the corner out there you see Coach Hine, kind of held the receiver up. And I think they were counting on a hold there. It kind of slowed him up, and that's why probably didn't come off as well as it did. Coach Hine, of course, played at the University of Wisconsin. We mentioned that before.
And at Plymouth in high school.
Played on that Rose Bowl team, the first Barry Alvarez Rose Bowl championship team.
Hime under center, he drops straight back with the draw play, handed off, and not getting enough yardage was Van Lieshout, number 42. A good defensive stand by the Red Wings. It's going to be 4th down for Preble.
Yes, Coach Hine was a very good athlete at Plymouth. Football, basketball, baseball. I know his basketball team beat Sheboygan North and went to the state championship games in the Final 8. Played a baseball team. I know his team beat us one year.
Sean Last back, good snap. Kick is away. Miller couldn't get it. And the ball is going to be down in South territory, or pardon me, in Preble territory at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it hit.
And that's another bad spot. Chris, that ball hit him right on the 45-yard line.
That hit Matt Winnie actually in the back earlier. Now they're going to maybe move the ball up, and they are. They're going to move it into South territory.
That's going to be at the, we'll call it the 44-yard line. It's just a hair inside of that, but that's better now. We're happy up in the booth.
And obviously we must know it all.
Exactly. Billman is the up back. Donovan is the deep back. Billman in motion. Handoff. Donovan looking for an opening, and a good defensive play made out there by Steve Marcel, number 56.
Well, I was watching Coach Pfeiffer talk to the offense. He had a little discussion with the boys after the last drive where they failed to get that first down. So we'll see if they come out and execute a little bit better this time. Coach Pfeiffer probably hasn't had to have many discussions this year due to the fact that they played so well, but see if the Red Wing offensive line responds.
Stubbe under center, same cast of characters. He drops back, now he's gonna roll out, gets a little bit of a block. Leaping catch made by Danny Teller, and then he's ripped down inside the 30-yard line. Eric Donovan came back through a good block to free up Stubbe just long enough to be able to complete the pass.
You got that right. Those little things win games. And here you're going to see a nice kick-out block by Donovan to give Stubbe the chance to make the play. Teller with the catch. I mean, I've seen Jacob Pfeiffer make some blocks and Trevor Klobachek have some key blocks, but again, those little blocks like that, it's just priceless how rewarding those things can be.
Hand off to Donovan, looking for a hole, and scoots forward. He gets inside the 20-yard line. Pardon me, inside the 25-yard line. 15-yard pickup, by the way, from Stubbe to Teller. And that was Teller's third catch of the night, too, Chris. Teller's made 3 catches for 36 yards. Having a nice night. Pick up of 4 yards by Donovan makes it 2nd down and 6.
There's a good shot there in the trenches.
Fake handoff to Billman, and he pitches it out to Donovan. He's going to go, but there's a flag on the play. He's down to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown. But that's going to all come back. We had a flag thrown right in the middle of the line, which would indicate a blocking penalty on South, but we'll have to wait and see on that.
It's going to be a hold, too. That was a well-executed play, though, Marty. It's too bad for the hold. Nice kick-out pitch by Stubbe, and all for naught, but remember that one.
I wonder if we could see that one again, Scott. Maybe we can catch the hold in the middle of the line. Ball is spotted outside the 34-yard line. Yeah, there it was right there. I think the hold was committed by Trevor Klobachek. Stubbe drops straight back and throws it out to Donovan, but that pass goes incomplete.
I was gonna say Jacob Pfeiffer is wide open over the middle too. Donovan was open. Pfeiffer was open. Sets up a 3rd and long. Call it 16, Marty.
Yeah, 16 yards.
You can see the wind blowing. Look at the leaves blowing, Marty, but look at the crowd as well. It's a nice shot too.
We do have people at this ball game.
Yeah, the flags are really gusty now, Marty, out of the west.
Stubbe goes straight drop back, strong rush, passes deep to Donovan. Oh, tips off the defender, Matt Winnie, and almost picked off by a South receiver, but it does drop incomplete. Lucas Wilson probably had the best chance for it after it tipped off of that Preble defender, but as it is, it's going to be 4th down.
I'll say this too, Marty, as I watched the wind gusts and the temperature out here, we have had just an outstanding year
other
for
than
weather.
other than last Friday with that homecoming game, we've been pretty fortunate.
Very warm.
I should say, Andy McKillop up on top has been pretty fortunate. It doesn't matter to us. Kick is away and takes a bounce into the end zone. Brent Freaky on the punt. Couldn't get a home field bounce. And there you see the scoreboard and the wind blowing and the flags going straight out to the side. There's 5:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter. South on top 14-0. And this is why, Chris, I say defense is so important, because now all of a sudden the offense is starting to bog down, but your defense is keeping you with a safe lead.
Yep. It's really been a good chess match between Prochnow and Pfeiffer.
Enderby takes the pitch out around the right side, cuts it back, and Hartman, yeah, got a leg and held on and stopped him. Valdez also in on the play. Will, a little bit of a smile. He's making some nice plays, but he's got an important job out there. You know, he's one of the team captains and calls the defensive signals, so he's a very valuable guy in there.
Yeah, I know Coach Phil Risto's down in a little wrestling. He would have liked that little leg kick or leg pull wrestling move there. We see Mr. Walters of South fans.
2nd down and 7.
And it's packed tonight.
Wide receivers left and right. Heim dropping straight back, and looking to the inside was Herman. Pass was thrown to the outside, and pretty tough adjustment. Ball goes incomplete.
Matt Pfister over on the coverage. A little bit of banging over there by Matt. You better watch out he doesn't get called for that.
3rd and 7. Heim under center for the Hornets. He drops straight back and rolls out a little bit. His pass is complete, but he's hit and dropped by Ben Hendricks, number 34.
Yeah, he's going to be a yard short, Marty.
I didn't catch who that receiver was. We'll just call it 87. How's that?
I think that's who it was, Marty. I thought it was Herman on a little out.
Sean Last in the punt. Ben Miller back deep. Kick is away. Miller backing up. He's going to take it in. No, he gets away. Oh, boy.
That's not good.
That's not good at all. Miller tried to get away from it, and then he kind of slipped on. I think it bounced off of him, and Preble, I believe, has it. We'll have to see.
We're going to pile him here. That's a big break. First turnover right there. Indecision there by Ben Miller. And as a result, Preble's going to get the ball back at the 32-yard line. And that will get this Preble crowd a little fired up, as a nice crowd came down from Green Bay tonight.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 Preble Ball is spotted outside the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 32. And you're right, first turnover of the game.
Well, I know Ben Miller feels bad, his hands are on his hips, but that defense has been tough, and you gotta, instead of being negative, you gotta be positive right now and get that group fired up and get a stop.
Pitch out to Enderby, forced back to the inside, and then he's hit and dropped. A good defensive play made by Matt Pfister to force the play back to the inside.
It's just so difficult to run outside against Sheboygan South with the way they just swarm and how fast they are.
You mentioned about Preble having a quick defense, so it's magnified when South is on defense.
Yeah, they're just as quick, if not quicker, no question.
Inside handoff to Van Lieshout. He's got some room to roll. Wow. There's a penalty down. He's going to be hit and dropped inside the 20-yard line. South is going to get a break on this. There's a holding penalty, or what would appear to be an offensive penalty in the middle of the line, and that's what the official is signaling. Wow.
Well, the question I have about it is that there may have been a hold, but that was way past after the running back went past there. It's kind of after the fact kind of a play.
We're at 2:57, by the way, of the third quarter. South on top 14-0.
So I think South got a break there. Not that we're going to argue about it, but
yeah, we'll let this one stand.
Yeah, anything to help. But it was just kind of like way past the play. The play was almost done, and then they called it probably a late hold on. I think they got it on number 71 there, Kyle Herman.
Second down and 18. Ball spotted on the 40-yard line. Brent Heim rolling out, and Hartman, no! John Valdez, great speed by Big John. Wow. Sometimes you got to see a team 3 or 4 times before you see some of the attributes of these other guys, and Valdez showed me something on that play.
What a play. Just a bad penalty against Preble, and now the blitz by Coach Hine. Well executed by the Red Wings. And now we have 3rd and a mile, or just we'll call it 25.
Well, I got him for a loss of 9 on that play. Ben Miller's back 15 yards, blitz up the middle. Hines passes away. There's contact, but there's going to be no call, and that's a good no call on that particular play. If anything, they could have called the foul on Grant Schlater, number 80.
Here you're going to see the last sack by Valdez. George was there licking his chops, as was Pfeiffer, but you're right, Marty, good no call there as well.
Preble took possession after that Miller fumble on the punt at the 32. They're now going to be punting from the 49. Now, granted, part of that was the penalty, the sack penalty, but they also recorded a sack. Nobody back for South. And Lass got a great bounce there. The ball is going to be dropped or put down inside the 10. It looks like they're going to spot it about the 6 or the 7-yard line.
Well, Coach Pfeiffer called up Eric Donovan and Ben Miller to play safe defense there, and unfortunately,
he got a bad bounce.
And now it's inside the 10.
Well, that was actually pretty good field position back in the first quarter when they went 90-some yards. So what are we going to call that ball? The 7. 1st and 10, ball spotted on the 7. Wilson is wide right, Shane wide left. Donovan is the deep back. And somebody got right through in the backfield for Preble. I believe that was number, I think that was 56, Steve Marcel.
Yeah, Steve Marcel, there's the man.
Boy, that ball is spotted inside the 5, loss of 3. We're down to a 120 and counting.
Preble's starting to win field position battle here a little bit, which concerns me a little bit. I see if we can get a big kick out block here and a big run. Ooh, just about.
Donovan fighting, got it back over the 5.
Justin Lamers with a good block there, number 58.
Picked up the yardage he lost on the first play. Makes it 3rd down and 10. 45 seconds and counting in the third quarter. South on top 14-0. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. It's been scoreless since that point.
It's Pfeiffer time.
Stubbe hands it off inside. Fumble. Donovan lost it, and it looks like Preble got it.
Nope, South's got it. They're signaling 4th down.
It might have been Donovan who fell on it after he fumbled it, but See,
that was what I was afraid of with giving up all those yards as a possible turnover, and South caught a break there. And all of a sudden, South's not hopping back and forth as quickly as possible. You know, as quick as they were. Preble's taking the wind out of the sails a little bit of the team, but that's going to probably be the end of the quarter, Marty.
3, 2, 1. Oh, timeout was called with 1 second remaining. And I think what South wanted to do, Chris, was keep the ball and be able to run one more play, so they're punting more or less with the wind. Now, when we look at the flags, it doesn't look like it.
I would think they're going into the wind more now than they are the other way.
I don't know, it's blowing on our back. Maybe we got to close this window a little bit.
I think it is it's more of a west wind, Marty, but.
Oh, now the papers aren't blowing around so much.
Yeah, but now it'll probably be about 80 degrees up here.
Well, we'll open it a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Preble has been pretty close to Brent Vrieke here. All gentlemen better have marked up on their guys here, because they've been put a little pressure on, and this is not the time you want Vrieke to get a punt blocked.
Enderby back deep. Good snap, and a kick is away. Enderby retreating, gets it back at about the 48, slips by one tackler, but not the next, and they're going to get, I think, a face mask or a headshot by Ben Miller, it looked like. And that's kind of a tough call.
Well, I'll tell you what, the boys up front really did their job to give Brent Vrieke time to punt that away. That'll be the end of the quarter, Marty.
Yeah, that is the end of the quarter. Why don't we keep it here for just a second, Scott, and see what they got. Holding on Preble. So it might have been a blocking penalty, and what'll happen is I think Preble keeps possession, but they're going to move it back, and this is a nice little break for the south side. Well, with that, well, they're setting them. Well, let's see what they're going to do now. Now they got to walk all the way down to the other end of the field. Ball is spotted on the 41-yard line, and they're not going to change ends of the field. Whoops. It is the fourth quarter. Somebody ought to talk to those officials. They forgot to change ends of the field. Oh, flag comes in. I got it, Coach. It's the fourth quarter.
How can there be a delay of game? How can there be a delay of game?
I think the one official is going to come up to his buddy and tell him that's the end of the quarter. I believe we need to switch ends of the field. Illegal substitution.
How can it? Now it's a legal substitution. They keep changing the calls here. And they haven't changed sides.
Well, they're all yelling up here, get them to change ends.
That penalty should have never even happened, because it should have been the end of the quarter.
Right, yeah. They might have to take that one back. And we got a meeting of the minds, but it's not out on the field. It's up here in the booth. That'd be Chris.
Well, I just can't. I mean, they walked it off, and then they never put it in.
They're going to waive off the penalty. That's the correct thing to do.
Correct.
And I believe at this point, they're going to respot the ball. But I don't think we want to leave here, Scott, because they still haven't changed ends of the field. Well, 1st and 10, Preble, ball spotted on the 41-yard line.
Whatever, I have no idea. The clock says 0, running plays.
Big rush by Heim. He gets out the outside, gets around Valdez, and then he's hitting, knocked down by Ben Hendricks, number 34. Now we got a whistle.
I guess you can't end a quarter on a penalty.
And now they're going to change ends of the field. That was a pickup of 1, by the way. I guess technically that play goes into the third quarter. Scott, let's take a short break and let us catch our breath. South on top, 14-0 at the end of 3.
Thank you.
Fat and cholesterol, they could ruin your appetite forever. Tonight, make it vegetarian. Visit pcrm.org.
All right, getting ready to start fourth quarter action. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. And the reason why they didn't change ends of the field earlier was because you cannot end the quarter on a penalty, apparently.
I thought it's only on a defensive penalty.
Anyway, first back through is Van Lieshout. Pardon me, that was not Van Lieshout, that was Kyle Schofield. Schofield had a big run in the first quarter, Chris, and he hasn't seen any carries through the second and third quarter.
No, he made a lot of hay early on.
And four carries for 46 yards.
A lot of, you know, Preble's kind of gotten out of their game plan, I think, a little bit, and part of that is because of the South defense.
There we go, it's 3rd down and 3. Fake to the, oh no, they did give it to the first back through, and he's going to be pretty close to the first down.
Well, they're not going to give him much either. They're going to spot him back behind the 50-yard line.
I believe that was Van Lieshout on the carry, but I'm not sure.
Well, now Preble has to go here. They're down 2 scores.
4th down and 1.
They just go a little quarterback sneak here.
Time under center. He's got Schofield, the up back. Give it to him, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. What a stop. Give big credit to the inside portion of the line. Coming off is George. Also in the middle was Jacob Pfeiffer, big number 99, and they got absolutely nothing on that dive up the middle.
I'll tell you what, Coach Prochnow, that was your call, pal. I would have put that pickle right off the quarterback. The way that South swarms there, you just cannot hand it off and expect him to get through there. Just a quick snap and try to get it. A push is all you're going to get there. And there you see the South defense just stepping up and shutting down the Hornets.
Offset eye by South. Hand off to Donovan, trying to get to the outside. Cuts back, he gets through the line of scrimmage and picks up about 3 yards. Good tackle made on the outside by Matt Winnie. Clock running at 10:24. I want to keep the clock running. They're only up 14-0. It's been the defense that's taken over for both ball clubs after the first quarter. No scoring after 2 Donovan touchdowns in the first quarter. Fake. Stubbe keeps it. He's through the line of scrimmage. He's going to have close to first down yardage. He's inside the 40, near to the 39. I think he's going to be, they're going to spot it right on the 40. It's going to be just short of the first down. Pick up a 6 yards. 3rd and 1. Billman is the up back, number 26. Donovan, a deep back. Pfeiffer, the tight end on the left side. Hand off to Donovan. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. He's, I don't think he's going to have the first down. We're going to give him a no gain on that. Again, Preble playing very good defense.
Yeah, they're into a 44 now. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and they really fill up those holes pretty fast. But again, it's not a really good spot there. Thought it was a little bit closer to the, you know, at least to the 39-yard line there, but it's closer to the 40.
Dave Pfeiffer wants to go for it here. That might not be a bad choice to punt it, but he's going to show a little confidence in his offensive line.
Yes, he is.
Got some big ones in there, and Klobuchar and Lindsay and Fredericks, and
10 guys
hand
up.
off to Donovan. He's through the line of scrimmage. He's got the first down, but a flag comes in the middle, and it would appear to be a penalty on South. Well, I think this will, if it is against South, will force their hand. Illegal procedure on South.
We got 10 guys up in the box on that for Preble. And Donovan still got through there, but we're going to have to punt now, which isn't a bad thing, I think. You're going to be pinning Preble back. It's too bad because you did get the first down, but let's get a good punt here by Vriki. And as I said, they've been getting pretty close to Vriki here. The last time the Sheboygan South line and Will Hartman and the boys really stopped a onrush of Preble Hornets, and I think they're going to be coming again.
Good snap. Punt is away, a low liner away from Enderby. He's not going to be able to return it. South gets a great bounce. It's going to be down right at the 5-yard line. Making the touch of the ball was Jamul Johnson.
I like that a lot. You need Preble to go 95 yards and then have to get the ball back again and score. So this is a very positive situation for Sheboygan South.
8:24 remaining in the ball game. South on top 14-0. How about Preble gets a turnover down here?
Yep, they're going to have to open their playbook a little bit here, Marty, and that's when turnovers are going to happen.
Time drops back, throws the out, and jumping in front was Andy Shane on a great defensive play, knocking the ball away from Roman Trimberger.
Well, we said earlier, Marty, Preble traditionally not a big throwing squad here, just coming into the game. Just 40 attempts. Well, that's 47 attempts I think we had for Brent Heim.
Basically, it amounts to about 12 attempts per ball game. He's got a lot more than that tonight.
He's going to need more attempts if they even have a chance.
He had 11 attempts in the first half alone. Long pass out deep, and a couple wide receivers out there. One was Herman, the other one was Hohen, but neither one could get it. Good coverage back there by Chang, Shane, and Miller.
Got that right.
Third down and 10. Well, the one thing you'd have to think would be a no-brainer would be if they can hold them here. Preble will have to punt. Man in motion is Enderby.
Here they come.
Blitz. Hartman coming through, and Hine is knocked down inside the 5 near the end line, but it's not a safety. Ball's going to be spotted. I think that's about the 2-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, Hartman came right up the gap, knocked it away, and great job again by the South defense, just stifling the Preble Hornets.
Sean Last is in. Now we got 2 men back to return the punt, Miller and Donovan. Last right on the end line. He needs a good snap. He's got it. And the kick is away. Miller gets away from it. Bad punt. And then it gets a pretty good bounce for South, going east and west.
25-yard line.
Well, Last got pretty good pressure on the on his left side. A couple of South defenders in there, but he did get it away, so give him credit. But didn't get the kind of roll he wanted.
All right, you got to smell the victory here. This is where you got to put them away right here.
23 yard line. Is that what I'm saying? That right? Handoff to Hartman. He spins off a 1-tackler and struggles forward near the 15-yard line. Take it back to the 17. Holy cow, man alive.
He reached out across almost to the 15. It's not where the knee goes down, it's where the ball is I'm not saying he should have gotten a 15, but boy, oh boy.
2nd down and 3. Donovan is the deep back. Stubbe under center. Lines are set. And Donovan is hit in the backfield. He struggles forward for maybe a half a yard at best.
Got to get this one, boys, right here.
Well, we're down to 6:25 and counting of the 4th quarter. Pfeiffer comes in. Ball is spotted on the 22, or pardon me, the 17, so no gain by Donovan.
Let's get Tim rolling out in the pocket a little bit here.
I formation. Billman is the, I think it's Hartman is the up back. Fake handoff. Pitch out to Pfeiffer. He makes his first kick. Boom! Gimme at ya! He barrels over the defender and gains yardage inside the 10-yard line. And there he is.
Yeah.
We use him once or twice a game, but when it's key, let's go to him.
Like I said, roll out Timmy. Let's get Jacob Pfeiffer. Read my entire mind there. Good play call by Coach Pfeiffer. Well executed by the Sheboygan South offense, and Jacob Pfeiffer did the work.
Just read his mind.
Yeah,
First and goal on the 9-yard line. Handoff.
Touchdown.
Donovan on the outside, looking, he gets a good block from his wide receiver, Danny Teller. What a block out there by Danny, and Eric Donovan has his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Well, I said you had to put him away. Great field position. Here you'll see it. Good contained block by John Lindsay. Eric Donovan does the rest, you're right. Danny Teller with a good kick out block. That's the one that should put this one in the bank.
Donovan accounting for all the scoring tonight. Not a good snap, but Bricky got it up and got it through, and he remains Mr. Automatic. Oh, when you lead the good life, things happen in a fortunate way. I hope Brent lives a good life. With 5:31 remaining in the ball game, it's 21-0 South. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout.
You just can't score without a condom. Stop the spread of AIDS.
We're back at South High where the Red Wings lead it.
There's some of the happy fans.
They love it.
Yeah.
So do we.
Yeah, they would have called that same play to Pfeiffer and then that run to Donovan.
Ricky, another line drive kick. However, I don't think he's going to get such a good bounce. It goes out of bounds, and Preble will take it 1st and 10 on the 35, I believe it is. We're at 5:31 remaining in the ball game. South on top, 21-0. Their next game is going to be at Green Bay Southwest. And we mentioned that Southwest, well, Southwest has a good record, Chris. They're 3-1, 3-3 on the season. They didn't look that good when we saw them, but yeah, give them credit. They're winning ball games in the conference.
Yep, they win ugly, and playing at home.
And Scott Mallion's a good coach. There's that play that went for big yardage in the first quarter. Schofield got minimal yardage that time. That was the same play they ran for I think it was 42 yards in the first quarter, Chris.
Well, Will Hartman on the stop there. Preble's hopping up to the line a little bit, down by 3 scores. A stoppage of play here with 5:20 left.
Official winds the clock. We're at 5:05 remaining in the ball game. South on top, 21-0. Hine on a quick out, has his receiver Herman, and he's hit and dropped. by Pfister.
That's the best play they've run so far on that pass. That's that short little play there.
Pick up of 4 yards on the play.
Mike Weber in, number 25, extra D-back. Cover 2.
Schofield, the lone setback, pump fake. Now Heim throws it up for grabs. Miller with a great catch on the interception. He's out to the 40, 45, and he's hit and dropped right at the 50-yard line. Oh, Miller made up for that fumbled punt right there.
You got that right. He was just playing center field in the cover 2, and just a tip and a play, and what an outstanding job by the Sheboygan South defense tonight. Again, just putting the clamps. It doesn't matter who they play. Bring in this Andrew Long and stifle him. And
ball right at the 50-yard line. Now is about an 18-yard return. You see it inside. Actually, it was over a 20-yard return.
Bring in Manitowoc and all their big boys, and their Christensen and Rappel and those guys, they can't come in here and do anything. And now Green Bay Preble brings in their little back that they have, Adam Enderby, and he's just shut down.
That was an illegal procedure penalty on South. Moves the ball back to the 45-yard line. We're at 4:22 remaining in the ball game. Again, South up 21-0, and they'll leave this ball game 5-0 in first place, all alone in the Fox River Valley. There we got another penalty. That one's going to go on
Lindsay, I think.
Yep, Big John Lindsay. Another illegal procedure, and you know, you played a good game. You hate to end on something as sour as you know, just little penalties like that. And now South is calling a timeout, and I think coach is going to ask them to put their mind into the game a little more.
Yeah, very good timeout here. Just settle the troops. All we got to do is run a couple plays, take care of the ball.
Well, we're sitting 1st and 10 at the 50. All of a sudden, it's 1st and 20 back to the 40.
You know, just get your boys settled down, take care of the ball. Good blocking schemes here, and it should turn out all right here.
Well, South fans got to feel a little more
Greg Wigner.
A little more relieved now that it's 21-0. Well, we mentioned it a couple of times. We want to mention it one more time. There are referendum information meetings at South High School on the 18th. That'll run from 6:30 to 8. And then if you're a North Sider, it'll be at Sheboygan North High School on the 20th from 6 to 7 o'clock. Again, we invite all the voters to get out and be informed voters, find out about what the referendum is all about, and get out there and vote. Our next ball game is going to be at Sheboygan Falls when Plymouth invades for one of the biggest games of the season, at least in Sheboygan County. 1st and 20 for South. Stubbe hands it off to Donovan, trying to bounce to the outside. He does, and he's ridden out of bounds at about the 44. But we had a flag on this play also. That'll mean 3 plays in a row that South is going to get called for a penalty, and this one is a big one. It's a hold. Wow.
Well, I think you made a good point. You want to finish on a strong note, and played a pretty clean game, and all of a sudden some late penalties. Most important thing is to get that clock trucking and rolling.
I didn't write down on my score sheet when at what point South took possession. Was about 4:31, I think, maybe. So they ran off a whopping 15 seconds.
And lost 20 yards. Oh, they decided to decline this one though, Marty. That's a good decision by Coach Brock now. He needs the ball back.
Well, it's only a pickup of 2 yards, I believe, by Donovan. You go 2nd down and about 18, ball on the 42. Wilson in motion. Stubbe dropping straight back. Draw play to Donovan right up the middle. He's got big yardage down to the 46-yard line of Preble.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
Nice blocking up there. by Lamers. I think it was Klobuchar over on that side, pounding out big holes for Eric Donovan.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Billman out. Hartman and Pfeiffer in.
Lancers also in at a
double
tight end.
Yep, and this is when Wilson comes in.
Well, lone back is Hartman. Donovan is wide to the right, Wilson wide left. Stubbe rolling out, he's got room, he picks up I don't know if Hartman was supposed to go out for a pass. It looked like if he was, okay. If not, he missed the block.
Well, I think it's one of those, you hold your block and then go probably into the flat there. Good decision by Tim Stubbe not to put the ball up in the air and risk an interception or an incompletion. Instead, tuck it under, make some positive yards, and then turn it over to punt. Meanwhile, the clock can roll here.
Under 3 minutes.
Yeah, and Hartman's going to be told by Coach Pfeiffer, we can even take a delay here if we want to. Just wait. Wait for the side to call it in. Good decision here by Sheboygan South.
And it's going to be a delay. Good call, Coach. 2:42 remaining in the ball game. That 5-yard penalty is not going to mean much.
I'm a little bit surprised here by Green Bay Preble. They have 2 of their defenders out on the gunners, and what I would do is if I was Preble, I'd bring them in to block the punt, because you know what? You need to get risky and take chances here. It doesn't matter with this if the punt return is, but they're setting up return.
Freaky, a good snap, he got it away. It's a line drive, not a very good punt, but it takes a good bounce. It's going to go inside the 20 and be downed at about the 16 or the 17-yard line. So about a 37-yard punt or so.
Good job there by Freaky again. Most important thing for him to do there was get rid of the ball and punt it, and he did.
We're going to call it the 17-yard line. That was a 32-yard punt. Yeah, we'll call it 33 yards. Hind back, looking deep, fires it up the middle, right through the hands of his receiver, Van Lieshout. Should have made that catch. Wow. Adam Math in the ball game, as is number 97, Andrew Hoppert.
Well, I like that call for Preble. Nice little play action. A guy over the middle, which I haven't seen much by them. They normally have been running things to the outside of the field.
Hey, Mike Weber's in the ball game.
Yeah, he was in before.
Number 25, that's the best football number there is on earth.
See Adam Math in there too. So you got all your D-backs in there. And you got some new guys in there as well. Andrew Hoppert. Good job by Coach Pfeiffer to get some new guys in there.
Time going deep again. And a great, knocked away nicely by Johnson.
You got that right.
It was in the hands of Herman, and Johnson knocked it right away.
Good job getting some other guys in the game here, Coach. 2:20 left. You got new guys in there. It's pretty much in the bag, and a good job stepping up the second group in there.
Heim is only 1 for 6 in the quarter, Chris, with an interception. And that one reception was made by Herman. It was only for 4 yards, so they've really put the clamps on the passing game too. Wholesale substitutions being made. There's a timeout by South, I believe. Well, bringing back the first teamers. Maybe that's in response to Pat Prochnow leaving his starters in the ball game. Don't give me that look. Tell me what you think.
Keep them in there. Keep those guys in there. This guy's practiced hard all week. This game's in the bag.
2:20 remaining, 3rd down.
You guys even responded there by making a good play, and Coach Hine trying to get the guys in, which I respect that. You want to win a conference championship, what you're going to do here, but
well, out here on the wing is Trent Brook, number 44. Good rush, pass over the middle, right through the hands again of the receiver. That time Roman Trimberger not able to make the grab. Wow.
Well, they got to go for it here. And
Well, I'm not getting much help from his receivers. I mean, he's made a couple of nice throws this series of downs, and receivers just didn't pick them up. 4th and 10. South is going to leave the stadium tonight 5-0 in conference, 7-0 on the season, and hopefully their ranking in state will go up a little bit. Pass right to George. He's got it, and into the end zone. Touchdown by David George. Made a nice catch, and even a better run on the interception return for the touchdown. Great play. See if we can get a replay of that, Scott, so we can see where he made the catch and how far the return was. Second interception of the quarter and the night by Heim. There it is. Well, he makes the catch at about the 29-yard line, or 24-yard line rather. So 24-yard return for a touchdown by David George, and South is on the board again. And Mr. Vriki trying to keep his moniker of Mr. Automatic, and he does. So with 2:07 remaining in the ball game, South on top, 28-0.
Spread the word.
One outstanding defensive performance tonight, Marty.
Yeah, they've limited Southwest to very little.
And again, offense.
Only 146 yards in the first half. And one of those was a 42-yard run by Schofield. You know, otherwise they would have had.
And that one long pass. Besides from that, they've been picture perfect, and the offense was did what they had to do. No turnovers.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, that was a punt, but special teams one. But technically, a very clean job by South, and now they're off to Southwest to continue their little mission. And then their last game's at home against Green Bay East.
Ball is picked up by Jacob Wirtz, and he gets it out. Well, there's a flag down again. Man, I'll tell you, this last 4 minutes of the quarter have been nothing but yellow flags all over the field. It's almost been ridiculous. I mean, I'm not blaming the officials, but oh, darn it. First and 10, Preble. The ball right now is on the 28. It's going to be marched off against South. Heim still at quarterback. His pass over the middle is incomplete. Well, maybe Coach Prochnow ought to get some of his kids in.
Yep. And here comes a couple new white shirts. There's Will Hartman, Steve Chang.
Heim 1 for 9 in the quarter, Chris, and his last 6 attempts have been incomplete. 2 of them intercepted. Second down and 10. Heim straight drop back, fires it out on the down and out. Nice catch made by Herman. He's got the first down out over the 40-yard line.
Good play by Math. Hoppert. That doesn't hurt you at all.
Fourteen-yard pickup. Heim straight drop again, has good protection. Rainbows it down the sideline. Enderby makes the catch, but he was on the sideline, so it's going to go as an incomplete pass.
Good job. There you see Coach Rank right down there, encouraging the guys. That's what you need. Good job there, supporting the group that's out there, and it was good coverage, Marty.
1:34 remaining, and I'm running out of lines, Chris.
Well, there won't be more.
When you think about that first quarter, how that one just zipped right by, this fourth quarter has been a turtle.
Yeah, and they won't.
A slow turtle.
Have much more here.
Heim fires it out. Nice catch made out there by Luke Hohn.
Good play by Johnson. And what I like about this too is you get guys in here because, you know, not to say anything, but you know, you're one injury away, or some of these kids might have to step up, and this is good experience for these kids.
3rd down and 1. Heim straight drop back, rainbows it out to the side. George back there, he can't quite make the interception, but he does knock it away. Enderby was the intended receiver. Dave Pfeiffer just got doused. Handoff. Schofield through the middle of the line. He's got big yardage. He's going to get it inside the 25 for a first down. We're under a minute now at 57 seconds remaining. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 24-yard line. Good gain that time by Schofield. Heim dropping straight back, fires his pass, is complete, and then wrapped up and dropped. Trent Brook making the tackle on that Preble receiver. I believe the pass receiver was Roman Trimberger. Second down and 5. Second down for Preble. Ball spotted on about the 17 or 18 yard line. We're at 45 seconds remaining in a ball game. Chris Wright going down, seeing if he can get some interviews after this big win. Heavy pressure up the middle. Pass to Enderby from Heim is good. And Preble with a touchdown at the 40-second mark. So Preble avoiding the shutout. Coach Prochnow kept his starters in all of the fourth quarter. South getting their many of their substitutes in to play in the ball game, and Preble gets a meaningless touchdown. In the kick is Sean Last doing all the kicking today. Good snap and set. Last kick is strong and through the uprights and good. And with 40 seconds remaining, South has the lead, 28-7.
You know, so I was just thinking, just trim the ends just a little.
I got it from here, Monsieur Salon type guy. Hey, today everybody is Pixie Cut Day. We're gonna take it real short and then we're gonna dye it. Jet black, the look that says, I scribble dark lyrics in my journal.
No, Pixie Cut.
It just says, I've got issues.
I don't have issues.
Well, you will after this haircut. Pixie Cut it is.
I don't want a pixie cut.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Back at South High, there you see the scoreboard. South on the cusp of winning their 5th conference game of the year and taking sole possession of the lead in the conference with a 5-0 record. Depending on what Southwest does tonight, they were 3-1 coming into this week's play. So the best they would be is 4-1. Preble came in 4-0. They're going to lose tonight, so they'll be 4-1. It'll be interesting to see what Notre Dame does. They only have one loss in conference also. South cannot afford any slip-ups over these last couple of weeks. They got to get the job done. Looks like they're going to try an onside kick. Last, as the ball blew off the tee. South with a lot of their skilled players in. Try to get possession. Wilson, Shane, Pfister, Tony Canales, short kick taken by Hendricks. A good catch by Hendricks on that onside kick attempt, and South has it. First down. This should just about do it. A couple of kneel downs, and South will have themselves a victory. And sole possession of first place in the conference. And I'll tell you, that's a sweet sounding sentence. South in first place in the football conference. Don't see that very often. Stubbe under center. Takes a knee. Second down. Clock running at 16 seconds. And I don't think South will have to run another play. Officials pick the ball up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. South takes the sole lead in the conference with a 28-7 victory over ranked Green Bay Preble. South, of course, ranked also, depending on which poll you looked at. South was just above Preble in the other poll. Preble was just above South. But there you see it. Teams shaking hands after a well-fought football game. South playing outstanding defense. The defenses took over after a 14-point first quarter by South. And then some scoring in the fourth quarter took us to where the final was, 28-7. We're going to take a short break, and we come back. Hopefully Chris Wright will have a couple of interviews, and I'll have some final stats for you.
The digital divide is the distance we allow between those who have the power of information and those who don't. In AmeriCorps, we're working to bridge that gap so that all of us can get to a better place. We're going around the world, on the web. In AmeriCorps, it's not can you make a difference, it's where. It's your world. It's your chance to make it better.
Having twins can be a handful.
Buy one, get one free.
So when I decided to go back to school, I needed to find one that fit our lifestyle. Lakeland College was the perfect place. They offer an easy-to-manage schedule and counselors to help me anytime. Evening classes at Lakeland don't tie our life in knots.
Ever consider a double major?
I'm a sophomore in college this year. Man, if you had known me when I was a sophomore in high school, nobody could tell me anything. I gave all my teachers a bad time. They all gave up on me, except my English teacher.
8 years teaching high school English, 10 years in recovery for alcohol addiction.
To be or not to be?
I got help.
That's it right there.
When you get help, who knows just who you'll help along the way.
For drug and alcohol information and treatment referral for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
I'm the best thing you ever had. Only thing I'm guilty of is giving you too much love. Making you crazy, making you right, making me fall, making me suspect. Seem to think I'm playing her game. Don't you know the hurt this is me.
There's a better way to have fun with history. Visit americaslibrary.gov. Log on, play around, learn something.
Hello, I'm Martin Sheen, and I'd like to tell you about some extraordinary people who need our help. The thousands of Catholic religious women and men who are elderly. Many continue to work, like Sister Damien, who at 72 is still teaching at my old high school in Dayton, Ohio, Chaminade Julienne. but thousands of others are frail and in need of health care. They have no pensions and few financial resources. Please share in their care. Give to the Catholic Retirement Fund for Religious at your parish, and thank you.
We're back at South High School, and there you see, I believe that's Dave Heim. No, that's Dave Pfeiffer talking to one of the fans, and standing by on the track is Chris Wright with a couple of the victorious Red Wings.
Well, we're back here with two victorious Red Wings, homecoming day. David, I thought the first possessions were the key of the game. They came down, drove down the field, you shut them down at the 5. Your offense got the ball, scored, went down and drove 95 yards. Big stop on that first drive.
True. D coordinator set us up, and we came with intensity, and we brought it to him.
Yeah, you did, David. You had a big stop. Hell yeah! David George is one of the quiet kids on the team, so that's why they decided to interview him here. You had a big crowd here tonight cheering you guys on for homecoming.
That was really nice of a crowd.
Thanks. So you get emotional when you got that interception and the touchdown? You get excited about that, or are you always kind of quiet?
Yeah, I was pretty pumped for that. Team was all cheering on me, so it was really nice.
Yeah, I always say you guys got the best linebacking crew in the whole conference. You guys really work well together.
True. Nice job by Will Hartman and Ben Hendricks and backups. Real nice.
Yeah, you do, David. Good luck next week up at Southwest. Danny Teller, offense got the ball. As I said, the defense shut them down on the 5-yard line. You got the ball, drove it right down on them right away to get a big score.
Yeah, we just do what we're coached to do. Just we got block. So,
yeah,
good game.
Yeah, I thought too, Danny, something you guys do well is that, you do the little things to win. Little guys, make key blocks. You made some key blocks. Sometimes you think the running backs get ours, but your line does a good job, and you guys as ends too take a lot of pride in blocking.
Yeah, we just do what Coach Rensman tells us to do, and just block hard, keep our feet pumping. That's what they tell us to do. So.
Yeah, you had a nice couple catches there too. You started off the game with a nice little out to you, and got you into the flow again. I think you had 3 or 4 catches tonight.
Yeah, Tim, he throws a great ball in the offensive line. They block well, so he has time.
Well, I know it's like a revolving story here every week. You got 2 more to go, another tough one on the road next week. 2 more weeks of tough practice.
Yeah, we just got to keep playing hard.
Yeah, well, best of luck to both you guys. Good luck. Hopefully we're gonna be here in 2 weeks. We'll send it back up to Marty.
Great job on the interviews, Chris. Some final statistics. Preble finished with 278 total yards, 132 through the air, as quarterback Brent Heim for Preble hit on 12 of 27 passes with 2 interceptions. One of them was by David George. He was just interviewed by Chris. He ran it back 24 yards for a touchdown. For South, they rolled up 318 yards on the night, 94 passing. Tim Stubbe was 5 out of 8. One of them a 50-yard touchdown pass, and 224 yards on the ground. Eric Donoval led the rushing attack for the Red Wings on 21 carries. He gained 117 yards and had 2 rushing touchdowns, three of the 4 South touchdowns on the night. That's just about going to do it for our broadcast this evening. Our next ball game will be at Plymouth at Sheboygan Falls next Friday night, so stay tuned for that. That's always one of the highlight games of the county in the football season. For the crew, Brian Andrews on the field camera, Andy McKillop up on top, Scott Meloff spinning the dials in the truck. For my partner Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.
United States Golf Association.